for this best of 3 elimination match at the Major. Well, your final day of play awaits, or is it today? Reflash on long, Alex trying to take the fight from the pit, but paiN scaled quick. Entry kill in, and they're up on Catwalk as well. This Goose setup will do no favors to bait. He needs to hit headshots. MongolZ in the site getting run down, and even with support from MPL, it's not meant to be here in this pistol for bait. Headshot connects, and paiN patiently waiting for the fights to come through. They'll win them all and take this pistol round to start the series on their map pick.
What a surprise. Guns for $1 yet again. Not tired? Stop wasting time and money on junk. With Hellcase, your inventory will turn into a fairy tale.
Betting partner having paiN as favorite after that pistol.
Yeah, I mean, T-sides have been the problem for paiN. We've been saying this all throughout the event, and the one way they've often been able to kind of try and supplement these T-halves is with pistol round wins, and they have at least looked good in that regard. That was how they fielded any type of success versus Na'Vi yesterday, but this could get off to a really awkward start if you instantly lose this follow-up versus the bait force. Flash is good out on long. Alex repositions, and getting out with a kill there is more than you could have asked for from bait's captain. It keeps the advantage in check for bait. And paiN very, very quickly start to end up in a weird position here. Low HP on NQZ, but good for a kill on the aggressive MPL out through mid. He's helped claw this one back. There's 40 seconds left to play with it. It might not be the bad time for a change in direction here for paiN.
I think MongolZ headed that smoke up onto the bomb site there. The second one comes in here for paiN, but Headtrick has now the freedom to re-peek the angle, and they know this is clear. Look at the clock right now, 25 seconds, and they're going into this B bomb site. There is no util to block for Essential. Almost needs a kill here. A multi would set his team up for the round, and they know it's coming in now.
Oh, an Essential lying in wait. First man in was NQZ. Sacrifice to the 5-7. Essential! That's what that 3K is. He's clawed this one back early. paiN competitive. PVISION, meanwhile, has been taking more and more opening fights. But when I think of PVISION and where he excels, it's in those late round moments.
Yeah.
He's not really much of an entry player, and that's reflected in the numbers. He'll lead the charge out here through mid. And caught out at the window. MongolZ puts on a show. MPL plays through, and there's Essential in at back plat.
Bait take lower control. With a boost on short, this supplements it well. Bait on contact, not even needed. MongolZ holds it down. Lots of util coming in here for bait to try and provide an exit, and he's going to find it. DGT unable to chase down that lower player.
MPL does good damage there on the spray, able to control it for one more. Headtrick, does he want to hang around and fight this? Backs up, gives them control over the site. NQZ desperately looking for something as he plays forward on this orb, but won't be offered anything. It's a passive setup over at long, trying to lend a bit of time to MongolZ, who does get caught out on his own. Hands a 3-on-3 over. PVISION, 2 kills deep. I need to do even more before this round concludes. That's a lovely shot for Davideus. A jump check for Essential. And paiN just might have found their round after all. No util to really begin this. You just got to hope for an overextension, hope for a kill. And Alex provides one, but that's the end of the line. NQZ holds on for the final killing blow. Oh, you don't have to give Essential much there. Second AWP out for bait. PVISION learns about it the hard way on that jiggle. To kind of complete my point as well around the NQZ openers not really coming through as well. I wanted to try and put some numbers to it. So he was within the top 5 players back in Austin. He was 4th for opening fights.
Yeah.
Very, very successful. Here, he's well outside of the top 30 in stage 3.
Ouch.
So it's a pretty significant drop-off. He's 32nd. Davideus, not a bad way to find that equalizer. Alex still waits inside of the site and will get overlooked there on the first. That's an important trade back from NQZ. Aggression out towards shore. MPL can't hold on, and so paiN just might flip the script in this round. Good catch on the smoke. NQZ might not be getting openers, but boy, is he getting the closes right now. These are important trades off of that orb. Playing a good game to open things up, and that early 5v4 that Essential was able to grab might not mean much. The catch on NQZ could be nice. They will be able to pull out another orb next round anyway, so not the end of the world.
That's just good exit work, though, throwing one out of the map.
And he brings the rest of the team in tow behind him. Now they own middle, they're holding for long aggression. We'll keep this push from Alex in the back of our minds. I hope we can just keep this camera on him, because this will play into the round at some point. And here it is, Shadow spotted. Oh, that's really ugly from Alex, and a big pickup for Davideus as he's brought down low but doesn't complete the kill.
He has util and everything. He just dry fights one of the least favorable fights in the game, and he gets away with it. Davideus is saving paiN on this T side. So many openers. Into B corridor comes in, and that's drawing MPL. He's actually up on short. MPL could still get a multi-kill here. Snow is half health. MPL waiting in the fade as the util goes right past. They might run into him. MPL pulls the first, gets out for free, and the molly doesn't even finish the job. Head trick missed shot. Got to worry about Davideus, but he knows about it. Turns back, still gets one more before he departs the round. But DGT is saving the day, and NQZ is the closer right now for paiN. Another double kill for NQZ to end the round. He is full of them on this T side. It feels like the script has changed for paiN, despite those advantages. So out long, paiN with a bit of pace in this round. Snow survives behind the Molotov. Orb miss for head trick. Rifle follows up, but both of them whiff. And dear oh dear, not the time to miss shots. baiN have been waiting to play the game on the CT side. 2 saves in a row. This is your last swing at paiN.
Starts to feel very claustrophobic. You're
Ready for
getting closed in on over towards long. They're ready to push this smoke. Snow, PVISION, while Davideus tries to put pressure on. And there's that walk out towards the long side. paiN swing for the fences from 5-1 down. They'll go on a recover and outdo the streak from bait.
Dude, paiN just aren't waiting. So many teams try and fake out the mid to B and take too long. When paiN get out short and get long, they just go for the split and win the rounds. That is 6 straight rounds for paiN.
Now over towards the pistol. It's looking like a B hit, and only one man here with dual Berettas. We're hoping that Snow can hold on, have a sequence, but it's just the one and done.
Feels like an impossible round now. Bomb down, post plant. Yeah, you got nades, but no kits. You're on the clock.
PVISION's got the util. Let's see how he chooses to use it.
Move, buddy.
Nade goes in, finds good damage. Head trick softened up. But it's these flashes, this smoke that really have to do the heavy lifting and try and lock out a player back in the tunnels, and they play through quick. You don't want to let that tunnels player have the decision to play on through. PVISION gets out with one, and the rest of his team there, no one's pulling punches right now for paiN. And across the others, they could have done with more resilience, and they've certainly showed that here, right? 5-1 down would have been easy to kind of shrink up and just start going through the motions, but they refused to do that. Now they've been rewarded with a 9-round streak. This could end up being a super one-sided map.
Depop, desperate.
They coming through, PVISION here. Snow, full blind, still good for one, and they line up. PVISION only gonna get out with one of his own. Certainly had a chance for more there. The first times thus far where they've really felt like they don't get maximum value out of a play. MongolZ on a late mid lurk, going uncleared, could have the round in the palm of his hands. His teammate's gonna call when they take contact, and then MongolZ can try and close in. You can see DGT never fully buys into it, but just went for the check. Right as MongolZ's moving out. Backstab connects. You need this trade, you need it now.
Winnable.
Only one man left in the site itself. Davideus playing it forward, just about cut down. And so Essential able to deliver that clutch. A huge round from the guy. Will that be enough to bring bait back into the picture as they break a 9-round streak from paiN?
Yeah, you would have bet on Davideus in that 1v1, man. He's been so solid in this map. Good overwhelm on the B site, and MongolZ, perfect timing. Literally, as they cleared mid for the 3rd time, that's when he played a second late, and he adds in enough chaos. So bait play off their team very well there in that post plant. They don't just sit back in the bomb site where we've seen paiN retake them before. Fake it long here. bait shooting through the smoke like they're not already through, and it almost baits Davideus into the swing. He'll still lose his life. It's a cool idea there for bait to catch him by surprise. Fly coming in on long. If he gets too concerned about lower, he might miss the point of the round, which is his long control. Going back, essential, just buying time. He's just about living in this position. Molly tag. Just buy time. Your team is scaling long. It's a 3-on-1 in A. He's wasting 2 players round, and yeah, they just have to clear him out. So feeling pressure to go for it. It's a tag, but it's not enough.
Yeah.
bait might have just broken back in.
I mean, essential, his impact in this round was massive. And even now, the fact that he's still a nuisance in the backline, he's making it hard to try and save this AWP. And he might even be able to deny these guns getting out. He knows that AWP was over on Catwalk, holding for it. He's expecting PVISION to try and close in on him. Yeah. The AWP crosses out. And a chance to save on 2 for paiN.
Yeah, it's not too bad, but bait want to deny that. They know the value of this AWP right now, so...
MongolZ, someone who was instrumental in their success back in the other stages, who had a bit of a rough go at stage 3, also finding his form. And you feel like there's still more potential to tap into. If you can get Headtrick or MPL showing form again, you can try and reach new heights here. But with MongolZ securing an early 5v4, will this be where paiN try and throw them off? Blocked over towards short. The game plan has to change here for bait in the mid-round. They were getting ready to go there with a grouping over towards the catwalk. Their roll's been slowed by that util. And as they go searching out towards mid, they go into the MongolZ AWP. Headtrick a dead man. And they're still going to try and pressure him, but MongolZ is not missing in this match. On for the ace right now is MongolZ. And this would be a huge confidence booster for paiN. Their AWP that at his ceiling can hit so hard, comes alive there. MongolZ with the ace to try and stop this comeback in its tracks.
Yeah, what else will do it but that? 5 kills out of the AWP and just skewers bait. Some beautiful shots for MongolZ. He's not been his usual self in this major, but coming back no longer. From the mini-map, it's looking good, and with MongolZ still having short control, there's no reason to fear this A split from bait. Right now, paiN in the right place. Jump spot baiting for PVISION. He loves his position.
Bait flying blind. Now the jump spot's no longer there, so PVISION cleared straight up. Good opener for Alex and MongolZ. They weren't ready for DGT, but a quick trade available with MongolZ a little later out through the window.
He's feeling the pressure and the panic, but would have loved him to hold that shot there, you know? No one's checking him. Knives are out.
A break on the smoke as PVISION looks to get involved with this second AWP.
Oh, yeah.
And he's dead first. Smoke fades. Headtrick rewarded a 5v4.
Yeah, it's caught in the open on that fade. The timing catches him well. paiN need to realize what's going on, or it's going to be too late.
Oh, nades left in the spawn. That gives Davideus the chance to break this smoke, and he will do so on a great timing. Catches them both. Backs turned on the run out through mid. Round could still get away from bait here in spite of that 5v4. You've got to get past DGT, and they will. Headtrick, a must-win head-to-head. Time running low. Bomb drop just gets to Headtrick's hands, and plant found with half a second to spare. bait still in this. MongolZ thought he'd done enough with that kill. But in his dying breath, the bomb makes it in. Hedrick now has to close this in the clutch. Whoever wins this teed up for the victory on Dust 2. And so this is the clutch for the map.
Orb v pistol.
MongolZ moving in, wrong clear, and Hedrick composed back in the tunnels. And our paiN just really don't have a lot to work with. The biggest feature is the MongolZ or Davideus dead early. That is paiN's top performer knocked out of this round, and that's where you're left looking on and you're saying, MongolZ, man, you've played a great game. It's been one of the sickest ones we've had from him at this major yet, but your job is not done. And if you do want to win this map, if they deal with PVISION straight away, the map gets boxed in, and bait will definitely be hunting here. If they remove guns, they are in line to win Dust 2. PVISION tries to buy time, but it's expensive and he can't get enough of it.
It's impossible.
Run down, and now just this limp 3v5, and you're seeing bait already look aggressive. I really hope they commit a couple of players to the hunt here, because if you remove even one of these guns, paiN are not getting them back in the next round. Every tool you take out of the arsenal will not appear in the final round of regulation.
They know that. They are running out of B to hunt these kills. They know the impact of the hunts.
These are map-winning kills if you get them. Yeah. And there's the first. Snow dead. This only emboldens you to keep looking further. MongolZ's orb, that's the big ticket item. You really can't afford to lose it. He can't part ways with this AWP, or else paiN will have one rifle to work with in this next round. MongolZ not going down quietly, but will get bought out of the round eventually. And I love that bait just full committed to the hunt as soon as that bomb was planted. Some teams there would have anchored down for a moment, waited to see if there's a desperate attempt at the retake, but not bait. That's a show of confidence, knowing exactly what they had to do if they wanted to make this game easy for themselves. Out towards long, caught on an awkward timing here is PVISION, and Davideus getting hounded down is brought low. 4v4, and bait are playing an up-tempo round. That re-smoke out towards the long side won't do a thing. Bait already play ahead of it. And here's that short split, a real change of pace, but a missed opportunity lets Davideus get one more. A lot of mileage from this one gun out towards CT. And it's kept the round alive for bait. It's left him in with a chance. MPL now make or break play, and I think he's been spotted. They're up close. They're going to find him. paiN looking to drag this in extra time. There's been numerous chances to close this game here and now for bait, and it's been swings and misses all around. 2v4 post-plant. The captain of Alex 666 and his AWPer left in this. A round that felt like it was falling into their palm of their hands, but the backstab on the cards. Hedrick is dead. paiN pull us back into extra time.
Bait will be kicking themselves. Two CT players with back turn. Bait bump into each other. They get stuck on each other. What a match on Dust 2. Pace, of course, coming through in this first round of OT. Caught out in the open. Davideus only good for one, so it trades to the favor of bait. Alex low in this engagement.
That's where Alex, who's low on health, donning the AWP, taking it off of Hedrick, will have to try and level the playing field if these AWPers get involved. MongolZ at car handed that first peek from MPL. And now you've seen multiple players out towards the long side. It just galvanizes your belief here if you're paiN. Another molly forcing out into the open, but there's that PVISION secondary AWP, and now they lose Alex down here in the pit. This advantage getting away from bait once more. They've really struggled at converting these. Just trading contact on these AWPs. MongolZ burns alive, but PVISION there to respond, and DGT making his way over. A tough battle awaits Hedrick here as he moves in to this crossfire. And as soon as he takes contact on one, there's that re-swing potential. Both players miss, but time has run out for Hedrick. There's no winning this anymore, and PVISION knows it. Time expires for bait, and even though Hedrick gets all the kills, it's none of the glory. That firmly belongs to paiN. You had a chance to close this game in that first half even. You had multiple 5v4s that went untraded until late in the round. Bait have had way more opportunities to close this than paiN have ever had. And so if they start picking up steam in overtime...
Now here in overtime, paiN sit with an advantage, a rare one, 5v4, untraded. Orb still in this B side. Bait try to box their way through middle. It's a nice running trade, but it still leaves Bait a man down on this split.
Closing in over towards the B site, you know, PVISION's Orbs here. Now they're getting boxed in as well with rotates arriving out towards CT. This is where their own corridor smokes actually add a lot of pressure, and Davideus is allowed to play through as a result.
Opportunities disappearing in front of their very eyes as paiN look to recontrol this match. This is weird though, top mid push. They don't realize they're walking through the smoke into PVISION with a missed shot, but there's still a man behind enemy lines. DGT turns around, does a double dink, puts them both low. DGT with a lot of damage, eventually found by MongolZ.
Oh, and you know that Snow's the B player. You know where this guy is. You can just hope to dodge him here in this round. They're all low on health with the exception of MongolZ. And so Snow tries to get ahead of this.
Oh,
uses nameplate Counter-Strike against them in the hope that they just dodge B. And he hears the footsteps out towards short. That bomb's moving in as well. MongolZ a little bit later. They send out the low players to go on a scouting mission. And now that bomb's going to try and leave. There should be a world, though, where he's ready for a player at B already. Snow has only seen and heard this one man running away, so he's cautious on this rotate over. Util in, Snow doesn't play yet. Keeps the fear in paiN, keeps him nervous and twitchy.
Low plants, nade.
Nade's big, but goes out soon. The moment he hears that tap, that's his best time to play. Knows he's got a 1v1 available and hoping he could sneak under.
That's one round though, paiN win the half. We remember this T side. Flick has to hit, but Head Trick peaks with his teammate's Orb. Double Orb fights middle. That's one way to guarantee NQZ out of the round, and they do it flawless.
If you bait, though, you can never get too comfortable. 5v4s didn't mean anything to this team in that first CT half. And so even though that's a really strong way to start and you've removed a key player from the arsenal of paiN, this makes it a lot more comfortable now. Davideus and NQZ both dealt with.
Orb trained. Waiting for nades. Essential for PVISION in a difficult fight for the latter, but he nails the headshot. It's a sick kill. Will it mean anything? MongolZ can't afford to die for nothing here in B, but he's overwhelmed by utility. Smoke reveals his position, playing behind that Molotov. They're getting closer and closer. There's no help here. There's no one to save him. PVISION follows up. This is a 3v5 now to the favor of paiN in the post plant. Bait have a decision to make. Can they afford to save? Can they afford to lose these guns? They've got to go.
Playing through with the flash. Alex selects not to go, knows there's a player close, but there's a lot of guys ready to cover, ready to swing on this contact. Flash goes high. Alex opens 2v2 now and a shot of redemption. Alex with one more, and it's the captain left in this clutch. Bait wrestle it back right when you thought they were giving it away.
Final smoke out for Bait. I guess paiN are going to fall back into this mid to B. There's only 2 players on catwalk right now.
He's made it past. Now they know. And so there's the catch from MPL. Snow won't survive that crossing. MongolZ using PVISION's favorite spot against him for these B plays, and NQZ shut down out towards middle. DGT's got to clutch up and he might get a couple of kills deep, but no time left. Bomb away from him, and a death after time would be absolutely disastrous. Alex giving chase, can't quite find him. Bait pick up this win and go to a home map next, one that paiN have struggled on. We said coming into this series that Dust 2 was a requirement for paiN. This is a series that they have to win in 3, going off the numbers. Flash out over towards long. Alex sacrificed early as it's a pace change from paiN.
He re-swings full blind there, perhaps feeling the pressure of the call, but with the missed long smoke, it does paiN favors. Leaves an open hole for Alex to put his head in. MongolZ flanking up on catwalk, but he's got to be careful with this lower player. Headtrick getting stuck in on the long orb. paiN with a 5v4. Can they finish? Everybody here.
DGT with one hell of a catch. MongolZ dead. That is the top performer removed from the side of bait. Someone who's been instrumental at turning these rounds on their head. MQZ, solid catch. And now it's just essential. Giving chase to these players out at long. He won't get there in time. There's no stopping this rotate. paiN keep it dynamic. DGT got that kill in lower. And so he knows the B site wide open. Room taken, and he moves out in towards middle to try and shut this one down before it can even begin.
Just don't die, DGT. He's in a committed position on 12 health. If Essential clears this angle, he's opening up the chance to win the round. DGT patient enough for his team to come in. Will they trade his contact? They flash the peak, and that is beautiful. paiN force the finish into double overtime here against bait. They just refuse to go down.
One of the kind of quick fixes for paiN, what with the talent of their captain, is he just undertakes that responsibility, but he's really, really struggled at this major to find a lot of success in these opening fights. And for someone who's had some fantastic clutch moments in the paiN jersey, it feels a little wasted. Amadeus first out over on long, flash comes in, PVISION caught by it, but Alex didn't go for the peak. This leaves him trapped down here in the pit. MPL, solid double, and a 5v2. They've given away some gnarly man advantages. Surely this ain't about to be one of them. MQZ, kill to pull it back. PVISION gets to see a late round for a change. I don't know, this is a pretty potent duo. Good catch for PVISION as Alex is trapped down here in pit.
Don't lose this.
Everyone's nervous. MongolZ committing to this wraparound shadow. Spotted! PVISION picks it up. 2v5 on the cusp of coming through for paiN. And QZ closing in. Spots a player on short. Time's of the essence. They've got to clear MPL. And then QZ with a blinder. Can't follow up. They run the molly on the short side, but that is so far from comfortable for bait.
Headtrick. Oh, PVISION deletes him. He's back, baby. 3 and 8. No good deed goes unpunished. Break on the smoke. Finds a pick onto the AWP of B. 4v4 for bait, and paiN just walk into this site. The quicker they do it, the better their odds, because no contact's been made, no info for MPL that 3 players are in A right now. That molly ain't blocking anything.
If anything, that molly's a big problem. All it does is tell paiN he has no idea, and it lets him know they have this great timing. It's not some crazy move by bait to give them enough room, only to take it away. DGT, double kill on this flank, and he's been monstrous on these extremity positions, man. DGT, whether it's opening back doors, providing those last second rotates by nullifying B players as they get aggressive, or cutting down rotations when his team commit, he's always been threatening.
But he was 4 and 10 at one point in this game, right? He's had a huge recovery as DGT to get back to this point. So insane on these T sides for sure and lower. And I love what paiN are doing. When they kill the AWPer, when they find Headtrick, they always just walk out cat. Essential trying to hold on. He's got no nade to break. He goes over. paiN don't know it, but their best opportunity to hit this B site is right now.
Swing from Essential. DGT dead. Davideus mopped up as well. MongolZ. Great stuff to wrestle this one back into a 5-on-3. Looking to shut down this B play. Still has more to do. 2 players wait back in the tunnels, but look at how that kill from MQZ changes things. It's only 1 on a crossing player out towards mid. It gives them time to slow this down and rethink their options. This was a 5-on-3 for bait. We know they've struggled at closing these. Headtrick gonna deal with that first man on the rotate over, and now PVISION has made noise as well. MPL closing in from behind. It's him and MQZ looking for another 2vx. That's a big miss, but there's Headtrick making up for it. And so bait go on to win out this first half.
No time to change.
In the past, these gambles from PVISION have been good. They've been well founded. They've been well placed. But here in this one, bait comes shuffling towards the underdefended A site. Good opener out of NQZ, but with just one to his name and Davideus dead, a 4v3 post plant bestowed upon bait. Bit of an overextension there for MPL, keeps the round alive. They're still peaking and Alex will make up for it. Missed shot out here from PVISION. And here we are, bait arrived now with 2 chances to close on paiN's must-win map.
It plunges paiN into their worst map of Ancient. A map that bait took off of Falcons at day 1 of this stage. Clinical headshot for Essential. This is a bait who have been forced to play number 2, 3, and 4 in the world in stage 3.
PVISION and Davideus in position. They even have a third player nearby in DGT. So you're going into the stack, you're going in to most of paiN. But with PVISION, the captain cut down straight away. Davideus dead after 1. DGT fast becoming their only hope, and he's swept aside. NQZ, it's not happening. And bait at the 3rd time of asking, finally lock in the win on Dust 2. You could have that conversation with someone. I won't be there to join you, but you could.
I'm not going to jump at that.
So here we are. The odds heavily stacked against paiN now at the arrival of this second map. They will have to play the best Ancient they've ever played if they want to win this.
It's going to be a bloodbath. Retake on the long side. 4 players deep. Good Ollie, though. That's going to give paiN a lot of room getting close.
Alex opens, flash round the corner, and all the kills in an instant. NQZ trying to hold on.
Smoke kit.
Does a good job with the first 2 closing in. But there's the swing out from Essential, and so even though you got worried maybe for a second with NQZ battling back,
It can be hard to wield the CT orb on this map, especially when you're not in the A site. And what would you know it, bait are calling a full A rush. Confident round coming out from bait into this rifle. The rotates are quick. 2 players end up in CT, but then 2 players end up in the grave. Decent trades for paiN, but bait still favored now in what will be a post plant. The molly is good. Pushes paiN back from jumping on that retake. Got to wait for the flank from PVISION. Even he's smoked off. That begins to fade. Util running low here for bait. It's going to come down to the fight, and Headtrick at the forefront of it.
Full blind off the angle, gives NQZ an opening, gives him a kill that tips the scales. MPL out in the open and now trapped side by side. This is very claustrophobic. Step made for Essential. Nade on the smoke, but the AWP closing in, and PVISION there to help out. paiN will get on the board as soon as these guns come out.
Headtrick just waiting on that angle for a late shot off of the flash, knowing they were scaling up, but if he isn't going to take anyone with him, so paiN on the board, and PVISION getting aggressive. Be careful as they sit on the other side of the smoke. DGT the same. They look to fight together.
Oh, spam battle for this control. Essential tried to run down PVISION. Maybe anticipating a reload after that spam is exchanged, trying to catch him off balance, but PVISION holds on.
Oh, he's very aggressive right now.
Well, he's feeling emboldened. He's got a teammate nearby, right? So if they do try that smoke push again, you're hoping that it actually works to your favor. What was impressive in that game, bait v the Falcons on day 1 of stage 3, was how their T side was able to go toe-to-toe with what Zonic called the best CT side in the world on this map, a split half. So expecting big stuff here from bait, but it's not panning out early. PVISION in with 2, and the rest of the team playing behind him. We look at MongolZ now to try and bring bait back into the conversation. A tricky 1v2 rolled out in front of him, and the whole time he's making plays around this smoke. He's worried paiN are doing the same. Plays it passive, bomb dropped over at long. MongolZ fast running out of time here, and with no chance left to win this, it will just peter out. Goes without saying, because we said a lot for paiN, but the big problem for them on Ancient has been their T-halves, been that T-side, and so as many rounds as you can get here in this first half, that's what you're hoping for. PVISION making plays, gets involved on a ramp push. It's a test of resilience for bait in this series. PVISION seeming up to the task, and it feels like that's spilling over to the rest of his team. Snow on that push with him. These two often working together in tandem. That double kill from MPL might be quickly forgotten about here, as it leaves bait in an awkward 2v3. Going into the double setup, going into PVISION, who is just in undoubtable form. A 4K secured from paiN's captain.
Fast up towards the heaven, into the cave with the pistols, and PVISION, not another multi-kill Modown. 3 frags on his own, 12 and 4. He is keeping paiN at this major right now. Another back-to-back 4-kill round out of Captain PVISION.
I think he's just also, you know, the one guy throughout really every iteration of paiN, you never question the mileage you would get out of him. You know, like, where others might feel like they can let you down, PVISION very consistent. Dead after 1 in this round, though, and they've got him past the big threat. Ooh, it's a great flash. DGT plays it forward. They're going to lose the A site. Davideus brushed aside by Essential on that wraparound, and Hedrick still on this lurk out here in middle. Tries to play it forward. Gives away that kill to DGT, flipping the advantage back to paiN. Now he's low on health. If you can deal with him here, flash dodge this time. No freebie from the flashbang. Essential finds 1 extra kill, a bit more purchase on the round to try and tee up Alex for a big one of his own. Been a game of captains. And so Alex 666 dead straight away on the swing.
Dude, paiN putting up such resistance. I can't say that bait aren't getting ahead of themselves in some of these positions. Hedrick hunting to go around the world.
The focus, right? You kind of get 1 step ahead of yourselves. And so then if it starts to get out of your hands, you feel like you're giving away a massive opportunity. The pressure increases. You put a lot on yourself. That was something the MongolZ even learned after that final in Austin. Hedrick. Dead after 1, claps over towards this B site. They'll go right into Snow, who can't stand his ground, refusing to melt away. Snow finally run through. It's MongolZ just to go and challenge him head on. You've got to win one of these post plants, and bait might be about to do it unless DGT can rise to the occasion. Again, it's Alex left in the clutch for bait. Couldn't do it last time. This time he's had a chance to get comfortable, set up back in the cave. Pressure is very much on DGT, but that molly, that Molotov forces the swing. 1v2 out of DGT, and paiN keep racking up these rounds, 7 in a row.
Yeah, mentality being such a big focus in.
Just don't let bait in these final 2 rounds. That's, you know, the challenge ahead of them now. You've had a fantastic half, but it can close up so quickly and feel claustrophobic again if these get away from you. Flash play for Davideus. 3 kills on a platter, but shy of them. A lot of damage done. Wrap in for MongolZ through the back line, looking for that backstab to end this. They'll play through the smoke. Snow beats MongolZ on this timing, but for how long? Second player back there in the red room, and MongolZ bails them out. It's just NQZ now. Missed shot on that AWP, and bait will get a 4th, finally breaking this 7-round streak.
Hedrick not had this AWP. bait have had no success. That is their first gun round win in this map. Hedrick fires off the flash, DGT crosses in. And QZ's AWP in Donut getting involved. Tries to play ahead of the smoke, but he'll pay the price. Big control goes the way of bait. paiN want to make a move elsewhere, down the ramp perhaps, into this AWP. They know it's in play, and so crouch peek in is optimistic for DGT. 5v3. Hard round to lose here for bait.
Taking it slow, lets the pressure creep in, lets your extremity players go on a bit of a walk around and see what they can find. Alex feels content with the space he's taken out here on A. Davideus might just be a dead man walking, and it's far from the prettiest kill, but the fact that Alex gets it, that's really all that matters. It leaves Snow and BigAzera in a very unlikely 2v5. The big threat for paiN, in spite of a 7-round streak, in spite of a great CT half, once the guns made an appearance, was if they let bait in these final 2 rounds, and that will end up happening. 5 rounds secured on the T side, bait still in with a shot to end this in 2.
Pistol round holds weight here for paiN. A lot of util coming in, and something fast towards his B site.
Oh, head trick and essential. Such quick work made over the hit. NQZ and BigAzera trying to battle back into a 2v5 for paiN. They came so close to doing this back on Dust 2. And if they can find it here, that gives paiN something to hold on to. Caught with util.
No.
NQZ just survives. Cover is there from his captain. BigAzera and NQZ turn it around.
Oh, the whiffs, the despicable whiffs. Essential, just not one bullet connects.
Oh, swing out from head trick, only going to catch himself one, but gets a lot of info from that swing. BigAzera still lurking around out on the outskirts.
Hello.
And a chase to find essential back in cave. Leaves options open, but paiN play it forward, play it in to this A stack. This could come back to haunt them. They didn't complete the kill on Snow, but they have him boxed in. It's going to fall to BigAzera, but you've not been able to count this guy out in these clutches, right? Him and NQZ opened up this half with a 2v5 in the pistol to get paiN off to a good start.
He missed the timing.
Pressure's really on for bait.
MPL just cleared this.
And he's only just coming back in now. He's missed the timing twice over. This kill is free for BigAzera. Captain on captain violence to close. And if BigAzera can find this, bait are broken moving forward. Lofty ambitions, wanting to return to the playoffs, feeling like that's where they belong after Austin left in an impossible spot, having to turn it around on their weakest map versus bait's best. But BigAzera has been undeniable. He'll come through with the clutch, providing for paiN once more.
And even with a stag, our pistols gonna provide enough for bait to win this round. They might. Reblock as well, 40 seconds.
Smoke in the way. paiN might just have to play through this, can't afford to wait for it for Fade. And I tell you what would help, what would be a huge nudge back into the game is a tension-breaking round like this one going in your favor. paiN gonna leave it to the last second rotate. BigAzera leads the charge. 20 seconds left as they set their sights over towards B. bait try and get ahead of it, but it's a 3-on-2 for this B site control. MP9 at range, good timing on that nade, gonna soften them up, and it does do big damage into the dig. BigAzera leads the charge. Plot now found, and it's this nightmare duo. BigAzera, NQZ, now just NQZ. Can he clutch up like the captain can? Dead straight away, Essential comes through, and that is a much needed.
But they're not walking up ramp, but the molly buys a few seconds here for bait as MPL spots. Meanwhile, paiN go elsewhere. It's a deep smoke.
So you have the ability to try and ice out this one player in Donut. Kenzazor answers the call, but there's more where that came from. Doesn't have time to get util down, doesn't even have time to pull it. DGT with the equalizer. paiN still in with a chance, and they're waiting for re-aggression. They're waiting for a move out of bait. Alex making this play now down through the ramp. If they get given this kill, they're going B. Jiggle, he sees the bomb. That's big info. You know this is just a fake out towards the A site. And so the AWP head trick bears down upon him. Weird the bait still feels so committed right now over towards A. Alex claws one back, and the last player he saw here had the bomb on his back in Davideus. Makes his way up the ramp side, doesn't realize that Alex has crossed out long, and so that kill comes for free. You're seeing some of this lack of knowledge for paiN, lack of reps on Ancient. In the tail end of these rounds right now, it's feeling like BigAzera has to go huge if they do want to close this. Him and DGT, the two that are showing up right now for paiN.
flash on the molly, but whoa, he's not blind.
Essential tucked in the corner, dodge that flash, swings out after it pops, and here's a reaction. MongolZ getting aggressive in the mid-round. A flurry of kills, milliseconds apart, and so before you even realize it, it's all eyes on Snow in a 1v3.
The call is nice for paiN. The setup is good. paiN are just so comfortable in their positions on their best map. And that flash just goes a little bit too far, or not far enough. Just dodged by the cave player, and multiple come through to clean up this position. Snow is saving. He just doesn't know it yet for certain. No kills to find on this side of the map. Hendrix Orb with a timing peak, and he nails the shot, keeping bait alive with a team ace round. Looking to eliminate paiN and go to the final day of stage 3.
Well, the problem is, I think for paiN, you needed shock and awe. That's what you needed, and you nearly had it, right? If you didn't fall down to those pistols, you would have had bait so nervous, so jittery, that this was actually going to get away from them. But now they found their air of comfortability on their home map.
Oh.
It's a good pickup. Again, PVISION, the man to do it, but Spam connects, brings him down low. He won't be able to play first from this position. Softened up on the wall bang. No good deed going unpunished here.
bait 4v5, and the map is very dark right now. They take a main, double red, but inside of cave, Alex doesn't know they're right here. He walks in, still gets a ding, but it doesn't feel like enough when he has no teammates to back up in the bomb site. Debate want to go for this. They have so much money, they may as well thrust themselves in. The bomb makes it. Good molly on the cave could cause some problems. bait just need kills, and they need them right now, but smokes come down to block their vision. bait just trying to fight through them. It's Davideus, punctures that smoke, and the flank fast revealed to Snow forces the save of the orb. paiN do find one more gun round down the stretch. paiN break the streak. How do you save this?
They're going to try and remove it. They're all fanning out and hunting Hedrick as he looks to hold on to this orb. Now, it's not a hunt that has massive ramifications. bait have built up so much money with clean rounds that even removing it from play, while it's a nice touch, a cherry on top, it doesn't impact the buy moving forward. Still, paiN with a flawless round of their own. That's the most important bit here. You're not going to get reset now.
And a gamble made by bait. If Alex just smokes off cave, he can buy time for them to reclaim mid, but he gives them the pick.
The move from Alex is such a head scratcher because MongolZ was also aggressive through A main. He knew they weren't A, and so that doesn't really leave a lot of the map left. You can still try and make up with it here. A fortunate kill, and you knock out PVISION. This is the fire starter.
Execute ready, and PL going to be pushed back by this molly.
I mean, look, PVISION's given you everything to keep you in this game up until this point. This is where he needs his team to stand and deliver. This is where he needs the rest of paiN to do the heavy lifting.
It's good.
They battle through into a 3-on-3. They get past two of the players here, and they know about Essential over towards cave. He had a kill earlier. They need to slow this down. They've got a flank coming in, and Essential has just flipped this to their advantage, a 3v2. And you can't get ahead of yourselves here. These man advantage rounds have never felt particularly safe. MongolZ eventually links up with his team. It's wasted some time. NQZ's orb looking downrange. Quick kill from DGT, but it will all fall onto the shoulders of paiN's orb. He lands the tag, not the killing blow. They've got him boxed into a corner, and Essential chases him down. Competitive round from paiN, but competitive won't cut it. 11-all.
paiN did all of that with 4v5 down from PVISION's death. What can they do now that he stands with his squad? Essential making a crazy play, looks to take him down again, is unable to do so. This one flips back, 5v4 for paiN. Response in middle. Disallowed until MongolZ comes in and helps, and PVISION has more to do.
Dude, the thing that feels wild, though, is, you know, bait, they have really solid crossfires. These rounds where they've been holding back, it looks great, but they keep trying to go for the jugular. They know if they win this, paiN just bleed out. They don't have room left to run in the game. They would have no money. It's all over.
Hedrick is creeping forward. bait know it's happening. They just have to buy time. If this Heaven player can drop multiple, this could be all over. Alex finds one. The bomb is still here. paiN have cave control. He decides to reset and let Hedrick go round the world.
I mean, this flank from Hedrick's going to arrive so late. It relies on a lot going right for bait, and they lose MPL straight away. He did a good enough job of buying time for Alex, and now you see him firing off over at the spawn. You might discount this ramp flank. Smoke down, though. Hedrick won't have a free kill, not right away. There it is over the top of the smoke. 2v2 as that kill claws it back into a doable spot for bait, and this really is everything.
Oh
paiN
my.
lose Davideus.
Second chance.
NQZ once more thrust into the clutch. And if you miss, your major lifeline gets snipped. Defuse being held. NQZ runs him down, and that clutch keeps the dream very much alive.
Going to go back. This has been a paiN that's just been B hitting all T side long. They look to take the A side. They look to give Hedrick another chance. And BiggerZera is just announcing it, rushing past Heaven with the orb. Now they know what's up. Hedrick can redeem himself.
Oh, it's only a tag on that first shot though, and he's going to give up the ground. Hedrick caught on the swing, and DGT might have a TK in the mix. Now left as the only survivor. bait closing in, and they will drag us in to extra time.
Oh dear, this game's delivering on all fronts, isn't it? A team kill. They can use that if they want. Play aggressive. Try and fight towards the elbow where paiN are coming through. It's too tempting for Essential. He's done it before. He'll do it again with a flash from middle. Takes that first.
Oh, and you might be thinking that that gives up this cave position. That's what Alex is hoping for as he plays through a second player out towards cave. It's been a common fixture here for bait. Mid taken back, but an awkward timing here. Opens up over in main.
He's going to walk out.
It's one where you won't really know who this favors till it's already too late. MPL and DGT walk right by one another, but into Alex up here in the heavens. One trade back for NQZ, but this is where MPL on that push, it ends up favoring him. DGT might have made it past undetected, but with no bomb and only 35 seconds left, he's got to go loud. He's got to get a move on. paiN might just lose the first in this overtime on the back of that missed timing and a huge double from Alex over in heaven. There should be no winning this for DGT. Caught with util out in the open, and they'll swing him together.
You have to respect the fearless nature of the moves that bait make on this CT side. It comes off the back of so much play on Ancient, so much success, but they are making such audacious moves.
Yeah, map they only adopted back at that last major, and it's not been kind to them. This had to be their best game yet. That's what was demanded, and it's still demanded now, even with BiggerZera nearly 30 kills, DGT up on 23. Those are the only two firing off. NQZ showing some real promise, though, as this drags on. He won that pivotal 1v2 that put them onto map point in the first place. Now he's double opened in this round for a 5-on-3. paiN have a shot at claiming one on the T side, these troublesome T sides that have so often got the better of them here at the Major.
They're just waiting for a cave spawn, and they finally get it. No, wait a second.
No!
Alex puts him on his back. 2 kills down the ramp. They even saw him coming. The AWP is dead. Trapped in the cave, BiggerZera fighting for his life. He's going to get out of there, but inside of the site sits kenZazor, second top of his team, hiding behind the box. Would you ever expect this? He just can't afford to swing. He has to let them cross in.
Yeah, you can't go too early, and you're just hoping they don't clear you. You're hoping that paiN have already decided. Oh, there's the swing! Snow had eyes on, but couldn't get the shot off, and that sacrifices him and DGT. BiggerZera might be good for one. We've been saying, when this guy's left, no matter the odds, you're always interested, but this time he's got another enemy, and that enemy is the clock. BiggerZera can't go slow for even a second. That molly takes pace out of the round, pace that BiggerZera desperately needs. They're playing a delay. He has no choice but to tag some damage in that Molotov. Bomb lost out in the open. BiggerZera hoping for a mistake, hoping for kills, but no chance given. That's why overtime feels particularly brutal, right? You lose 2 in a row after buying some orbs, and you say goodbye to the full buy in the third.
Davideus, 8-20 here, has gone missing in this game, and you can feel it.
It is just kind of a 3-man army right now for paiN. BiggerZera leads the charge, looking for openers, looking for entries, but that leaves him exposed, vulnerable, out in the open. Davideus low on health, finally having a round. 2 kills from the bottom performer of paiN. Swing out for Snow. Don't get ahead of yourselves here. 3v2, but so quickly that can change. They lose Davideus. It might fall to NQZ having a clutch up again. Snow waits inside of the site, but chased down by the Deagle. And so once more, looking on, it's NQZ. Another clutch demanded, another clutch required. And this time, they will fake him out. Headtrick learns his lesson from the last time. NQZ does not have multiple 1v2s in him. Flawless on the half for bait. And that wasn't the highest of heights, and that they could grow and hit even harder here in Budapest. But when they lose Dust 2, they arrive on Ancient with a chance, but a slim one. And PVISION has played his absolute heart out in this game. You couldn't ask for more from your captain.
And it might be off of a retake as well here for paiN. They've got no one inside of this A site. 5v4, and the penny is definitely dropping. PVISION moves in. Davideus, desolate in this second map. Headtrick hits his shot. PVISION is out. The bomb goes down. paiN tasked with a retake for survival.
And this is it, man. PVISION's hands off the keyboard. He's looking on, hoping his team can find a way back into this round, that they can keep him in this major for just one more chance, but it's getting away from them, and it's getting away from them quick. Headtrick, stylish closer, and bait get it done in 2. They live to fight till that final day of play.
What a surprise. Guns for $1 yet again. Not tired? Stop wasting time and money on junk. With Hellcase, your inventory will turn into a fairy tale.